G'day Internet, and welcome to the final episode of River City Ransom Underground. My name is Andrew Russell. I am the lead programmer for River City Ransom Underground. And where we left off, we were looking at the AI systems in River City Ransom Underground. And I've just shown you this mighty cool thing where I can drop a character into the world and move my guy around here. Then I can click around, have this guy, he can come up here, he avoids obstacles, all of that good stuff. Just get rid of him. Now, that was a couple of months ago, and in fact we can look because here's my links I prepared earlier. That was 5 months ago. So what happened was I put those videos out, and we were going to go and talk about the combat AI in River City Ransom Underground as part of this series. And then we got the deadline for the game to come out. We, it was all hands on deck to basically push really hard and finish the game. And so this series sort of fell by the wayside, and we finished the game. The game came out a couple of months ago now, and you can go and you can download it on Steam, and you can download it on Humble Store. So it's available there now, and the links for that will be in the description of the video. And so I just decided that it's a good idea to just wrap up this series. Originally this was going to be a two-parter, and we were going to talk about sort of the attack side and the defense side separately, but they're more or less the same system. So I thought I'd just finish off talking about the technical stuff in the game and just wrap everything up. So you might recall that in the game, if I press a certain key combination, you'll see that the game freezes, and what it's doing there is it's generating what we call the move test, and that runs through. There's 500 unique moves in the game, but there's maybe, I don't know, I think like 1,000 maybe when you account for like the different variants. Let's have a look. So it generates this enormous thing, and now this is the full set. Like previously you may have seen this in this series, and we were trying to avoid spoilers, so just don't read these character names too hard. So we've got combo tests, and we've got jump moves, and just general move tests, and it creates these comma separated value files which have like all of the various states for the moves, developer name, the move flags, the required inputs for the move, and the actual state. And so we've got some bugs here apparently. I'm not sure that's actually necessarily a bug, but these are just warning us that moves are unavailable for whatever reason. And so it tests every single move. And so if we look at the number of files here, we've got 1,403 files. Now you've got to take out about 50 files because there's like 50 characters that are generating these things. But after that, we've got we've got 1,400 moves, and then some of these are duplicates, which gives us the final total of the game, which is, I think we say on the Steam page, what do we say? We don't actually say. Oh, well, anyway. Oh, here we go. Yeah, over 500 unique street fighting moves. So we actually have over 500 moves, but when we count duplicates on different characters and stuff, there's 1,400. Anyway, so the point is that's our little move test, and what we can do then is we can drag one of these files onto the game. Let me just set this up. And so what we see here is we've got a loop playing, so I can pause it, I can turn off the loop and unpause it, and I can move around. But if I hit play, it'll play this loop of of some of the combat. And you'll notice, see, it's been such a long time, I can't remember if we had these in the previous episode. We've actually put in a guy to get hit, and we figure out where that guy is going to be. So the nerd is a good character for demonstrating this. So we have, say, the acid toss. So you can see that it's predicting where he's going to need to actually stand. So we spawn him there to actually get hit, and then we track how much damage is caused, and we can use that to figure out if there's any characters that are not being, like, if any moves that aren't doing damage, for instance, and if we've got any sort of move bugs like that, this system will tell us. So, and then we have the combo system, which is effectively the same thing, but it shows us all the combos. So let's pick a Alex combo. What's a good one? Alex crescent kick. So you'll see that Alex does several moves, and if I turn on the input overlay, you can see the buttons blink up that are required. So these buttons are recorded in the loop recording, and you can also see it lists down the bottom of the screen which thing. Just ignore the fact that these are VLC media files. Like, apparently VLC's decided it's associated with .bin files. They're just random binary files. So that's just the file extension we give it. So anyway, so it shows what was loaded there, playing loop, frame that of that, and I can page up and down. Oh, here we go. So this is an extension of that one. So we've got yeah, okay, so this one goes cross punch, then it has a crescent kick, so it's the next stage, and then I can page down again, and I can get like the final roundhouse in that particular combo. So that's how we test the combos and make sure they're all lining up correctly. Okay, so what else have we got? These are just all the initialized states. So Alex set up airborne. So that's him just going into an airborne thing, and then Alex initial state airborne. That's Alexis. So that's where the move starts. So we've got we've got airborne, full Nelson, grapple back, grapple front, and with a weapon. So Alex with a weapon, you can see this is where all the weapon moves. That's their starting point, and then a different input will happen. So like if one input might be but the weapon one might be to hit punch and hit like that, and another input might do that. And so using different inputs, we get different recordings for this. So anyway, let's go back into the moves, and we'll have a look at Alex Roundhouse. Yeah, that's pretty good. And so this is what I really wanted to get to in this episode. We're going to talk about how the moves, like how the AI figures out where the moves should go. So let's just pause it here, and if I bring up the this list of things, and hopefully I remember all these keys because it's been a while, you can see this is the masks view. So that's actually too late. I can step through this animation, and you'll see this green outline here. And so let's see if I can change. No, there we go. So this green outline shows the hit box of that particular move. So it hasn't been hit, and then as soon as that green one comes, the target of that move has been hit. And so that's basically what we use to work out where damage is going to happen. So that's sort of the important factor. Let me see if I can find a longer move that will show this better. The Alex dodgeball spike, I think, is a good one, because you'll see that I can zoom it all the way out, and you can see this whole move happening. It's a bit of a classic, and so you can see this, the area that is being hit, this green area where the hitbox is, it moves along. And so what we do in the engine is we have a bit of code that basically simulates this entire animation forward with all of the combat properties on the animation, like, you know, is gravity applied, what happens if you hit like the ground, or if you hit the top, if it's a jumping move, like if you hit the top of the arc and you start to fall down, you know, we switch to a falling animation, and then when you hit the ground we switch to a landing animation. It's like collects all of that together and it predicts out what's going to happen during that move. So let me see if I can find how this works. So basically, to put it another way, what it's doing is it's taking this green animation and it's predicting instantaneously, rather than over the course of the animation, where that green is going to be. So where it's going to get hit. And I believe we want to show incoming combat danger. I think this will work. If it doesn't, we'll just adjust on the fly. It's been a while. So here we go. Okay. So this is perfect. This is the incoming combat danger. And this is what we use to dodge moves. So you'll notice that there's 1 frame delay, so that's why that suddenly could change color. So you'll notice as I play it, the red is, you know, about to be in danger very soon, whereas the green, there's going to be some delay. So, you know, because it travels this way, you know, this bit is in danger straight away, and then this bit is in danger later on in the move. And so you'll see that here as I go through it, and then it's predicted live. So it's basically showing the AI where it's going to need to get out of the way. And as part of that, you'll see these boxes here. Let's pause it. These purple boxes show basically the region where the AI would need to jump in order to jump over the move. So I probably should have plugged the tablet in before doing this video, but basically there's a sort of interesting, like, this is a 2-dimensional game, so you extend it into 3 dimensions spatially and figure out there's and then you treat this 3rd dimension as time, and you work out what trajectory to jump in 3 dimensions over this thing, and then flatten it back down. So this is actually like a plane across a volume, and it's all mathsy and fun, but that tells us where to jump over a move if we chose to jump over. Of course, this is not an AI character. Let me see if I can I spawn an AI in here? I think I can. No, I can't while I'm playing a loop. Ah, here we go. So there's oh, he's going to attack me. Let's turn off mask view. He's going to attack the other guy. Okay, let me make that bigger for you. So you can see here, his own moves are causing danger. I think he's got rid of that guy. So I'm going to bring that move there, and I'll see if I can get him to jump over. No, he blocked it. So this is what an AI does with the danger information. So you'll see when he gets up, I'm going to fire off this move, and you'll notice he goes backwards just far enough so that you don't hit him. And you can also see, because I've got danger turned on, every time he does a move, it's showing me where he's dangerous. I'm hoping I can get him to jump. I kind of need Glenn for this. Can I? Okay, never mind. I want to move where I'll jump over, but I think that I can't activate that easily. Just in this, just to prove to you. I did want to prove that the jumping works. So let me see if I can. I think I need a controller plugged into this. Never mind. So that's how the danger buffer works. So you'll notice in this grid on the floor, sorry, not the grid so much, but there's a line under every sort of danger, and I'll pause that there, you can see this blue here. That just tells that there is danger there and what direction that's going for. So there's basically, the data structure is like a series of height, time, and direction information, and it's a sort of one data element per pixel here. Anyway, so that's the danger buffer, and I'll try a couple more times not to get wrecked, and yeah, he's just going to jump away from that. So what I happen to know is, so I possibly I need a different level of AI. I don't know what I've spawned that is more likely to jump. So there's that same move coming in the other direction. Let's just bring that back there. Let's reset it. Let's get rid of him. And so the way we work out where we spawn this guy, so this is the start. Let's turn off the danger buffer. Show all danger off. I might need to go back into the game, but we can do that. So what I'm going to talk about now is how we work out where to place this guy, because not only do we place this guy, as in we spawn him so we can do this move test, but we need to work out where to point our attacker as we're coming into attack. So let's go back to this here, and we've got Bruno, and we're going to ignore that number. We'll spawn up a guy, and let's pause for a second, and I'll bring up personality. Show targeting overlay. I think that's it. Is that what I want? No, I've still got all danger on. I've also changed it language. Never mind that. How do I change language? Okay, stop attacking me. I'm trying to read the developer thing. Show combat info. I think I want combat info. So K is combat lines. Okay. Let me show you combat lines. So this is combat lines, and this shows basically the line of which combat is happening. Let's turn off show all danger as well, so you can see exactly what's going on. So this combat line, you'll see that when I jump on a platform, it shrinks. So it tells the AI what area it's able to stand in to attack. And then let's turn off combat lines. I've got show incoming data turned on. There we go. So yeah, that's combat lines. And then what I want is combat info. Here we go. So this is what I was looking for. So this tells us that the team the player is on. We've got team good, which is the human players, and we're running a player controller, and he's got so much stamina and so much energy. Let's have a little more stamina before I die, using my stamina cheat. Personality Alex ally. So that's comes from the personality file, which basically says how likely you are to do particular attacks, and how likely you are to jump to dodge, and how likely you are to run away. And all of the gangs have different personalities. Because I've spawned up Alex, he's a bit special because he's usually one of the good guys and an ally, but occasionally he's a bad guy. So he's actually got the ally AI turned on at the moment, even though he's on Team Evil and attacking us. And he's trying to line up a move called Dynamite Head with 125 time to expiry. And I don't know what happened there. Ignore that. And why are we in Japanese? Okay, so I'll try and show you. I'll try and demonstrate what's going on. I've got tutorials turned on, that's why. Okay, so he wants to do a move called Headbutt Stunner, and it's a bit hard to see. I'll try and get him on a grey background so you can see without running into a wall. So the move he's just done, he's lining up cross punch, which is this like, no move, here we go, jump knee. So he's trying to line up jump knee, and this blue box is saying where that's going to land. And the way this is calculated out is the same way as the danger buffer. It just works out where the move is going to hit, what the best place to attack someone is. So you'll notice there that if I just stand still, he always hits. The blue, I believe, is the previous move that just happened. This one is about to happen, and then it turns blue as it does happen, and then it lines up another move. You can see the red arrow shows what character is is being targeted by the AI, and the white arrow shows where the AI is trying to go. Let me turn off peaceful mode. Okay, so turn off peaceful and we'll get a whole lot more AI. And so you can see here how they work in concert. So you can see the two AIs lining up with each other. The red one is the primary and the yellow one is the secondary. So you'll notice in the game, if you've played it a bit, you'll know that, and obviously I'm just jumping around because I can't really see what's going on with all of this AI debug stuff on. You'll know that they sort of attack in pairs, one on either side, and then as you move around them, the ones that are targeting you will switch around. What else to talk about? So yeah, the point of all that is that the way these outlines are calculated, and I know it's a bit hard to see, the way this like targeting area is calculated uses the same system as the danger buffer. So turn that off, turn on show all danger, and see if I can get someone to attack me. Here we go. So I've got an attack coming in, and what you'll notice is I'm going to turn on masks now. That's really hard to see. You'll notice that as this comes around, this green mask here is the same area that was flagged in the danger buffer of being in danger, and then it moves down on the next frame, and then it moves down again and again. And so basically every step in that sequence is in danger, and the targeting thing uses that same look ahead prediction to work out where the move's going to hit. And so for every one of our 500 moves, turn off masks, every one of our 500 moves, we have that data, and we basically calculate that out for every move and use that to figure out where to get hit. Let's get rid of all of them and spawn up another one of these. So I think that's everything that I had to show in this final episode. So you can see the AI working out where something's going to hit and trying to hit me, and turn on this combat info, and he hits successfully. Let's see if he does a fairly big move, and so you sort of see that system happening. Yeah, so that's how we calculate out both how the AI should attack and defend. So in fact, now I've got an AI. Actually, no, I did show this before. Yeah, so if I run at him, you'll notice he dodges out of the way. So I have shown that. So that is everything that I have to show you for this episode of River City Ransom Underground and this series. So I would like to say thank you very much for watching. If you would like to purchase the game, you can do so. There will be links in the description, but it is available right now on Steam and on the Humble Store, and we might have other ways of getting the game in the future. So stay tuned, and visit the River City Ransom Twitter account and stuff. if you'd like more stuff from me, you can go to my YouTube channel. You're probably already watching this on there, so hit subscribe, and you'll find out what kind of things I'm doing next. Also, my Twitter account is @_Andrew Russell. So go there and I will be tweeting about. If you want the game itself, it's just here. It's @River City Ransom. So there's all this interesting stuff. Here you can find out about the game and its development, and Bannon's put up a bunch of sort of concept art from earlier in games development. And here's my blog. So at andrewrussell.net, and there's a blog post about how we had a pretty serious bug early on, and then previous episodes of River City Ransom Underground. So yeah, all of these awful bugs, you'll notice here we are up to update number 10. So we've patched a lot of issues that people were having. So the game's very, very stable now. So links in the description. Go and buy the game. And then if you want to follow me, go and follow me, because I have interesting stuff to talk about and show, and I might have new projects in the future. I'll plug myself here and just say that if you need someone who can make your game engine, if you've put up a Kickstarter for a retro-inspired game or something, and you need a game engine programmer, I've got some time in my schedule now that River City Ransom is done. So get in touch if you need a game programmer. Otherwise, I will be working on some of my own projects, and I will be continuing to work on some of the post-release stuff for River City Ransom Underground. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in another video series. Have a good one, everyone.